You know what I really need today is not immunity products, I need to go downstairs and take our mood boost and stress relief. That's what I really need. All right, you guys, happy Friday. Okay, so I've got a couple different topics to go over today. And the one I didn't choose to go over is Kristen, yours on Instagram and engagement, because I really want to put together a whole training on that. And it's something that changes all the time. And I just felt like it's going to need a little more work. Like I want to really make it a good training for you guys. So it's not that I ignored it. It's actually a great topic, but I think I need a little more time on that one to put something together and solely focus on that. So a couple housekeeping items first. If you're not a director so when you become director, your title, now you're considered a business leader. Director and above all falls into this category of business leader. So anybody who's not a business leader, you are eligible for the free triple defense immunity with a loyalty order of 150 or more. So if you're a business leader, you should have a loyalty order anyways. I recommend moving it before the 15th because that promo only lasts until the 15th. So you'll get your free triple defense boost. If you order after the 15th, you're not going to get your free triple defense boost. So highly recommend you do that. Okay. And then I also wanted to shout out Erica, who hit her goal of 700 PV in the first 7 days. So congrats, you are above your goal for the month.
Thank you.
Awesome job. Let's share screen and jump into our topic for the month, for the day. Guys, do you see? Okay, what is going on? Zoom pro tip. I don't need this right now. Coffee chat, here we are. And let's go to present mode. Present. Okay, this little slide that I made over here, this little picture, I am going to be dropping into boards for you guys. I'm going to have a new folder in boards that says getting your new leader started. Okay. And so then when you sign up a new leader, I know it's been a lot of like, what should I do? What should I do? I just want to make it super easy for you guys. So this little picture is going to be in boards. When you sign up a leader, you can reference this back and just follow it step by step. First thing you're going to do, add them to the Team Empowered Facebook page. Now, on the Team Empowered Facebook page, Erica, yeah.
I can't see your screen. Can anybody else see it? I just see a black screen.
I can't see it either.
Oh, that's so weird. It says I'm sharing. Okay, let me try again. Huh.
It says you're sharing, but it's just a black screen.
Okay, tell me what you see right now. Do you see my screen now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you. So this little picture right here is going to be uploaded into boards. And every time you sign up a leader, you can reference it and it just walks you through what to do. First thing you're going to do is add them to Team Empowered Facebook page. Okay. And then introduce them on the page with a picture and a post. So put a picture of them and say, welcome Jennifer to the team. You can put a little blurb about how you know them or how you're excited to have them on the team, whatever you want, but introduce them on that page. Introduce them on your IG stories or your Facebook stories. Hey, I'm excited to welcome so-and-so to the team. Tag them on Team Empowered in the welcome post and add them yourself to the email list. So I'm going to walk you guys through that in just a second, okay? I'm going to walk you through what that means. And then step number 5 is send a group Facebook message to them and include me and show excitement. I'll give you an example of what that looks like. Let's say, Mary, bless you, you sign on a client, I know you sneeze. You sign on a new team member, Jennifer. You're going to send a Facebook message to me, you, and Jennifer. Just a little group chat. Hey Z, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Jennifer has officially signed up. If I've already met them, because maybe I helped you bring them on board, you can just leave it at that. If I haven't met them, you can tell me a little bit about them. And then let me take it over from there. And I'll show you guys what I'm going to do. Okay. But that's the final step that you really have to worry about. The rest will just be us engaging together, and I'll kind of lead the way in that group chat. Now, I want to show you when I say tag them in Team Empowered welcome post. I don't know if it's, I feel like every time I switch screens, it kind of stops sharing. Are you guys able to access your phones right now while you're on the Zoom? Yeah. If you are, Lisa, I know you're driving, so don't worry about that. But if you can access, go to Team Empowered right now. and you should be able to see on the featured post, there's a welcome post that I have. So you're gonna tag them in it, but then in the actual post, there's an email opt-in form. Do you guys see that?
Mhm.
Okay, so I want you to add them in there. So get their email address, which you can access in your back office, and physically add them yourself. And I just realized I do want to show you what happens when you do that. So when you add them to that email list, can you guys still see my screen or not?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So when you add them to that email list, they're automatically going to be added to this email distribution here. So they're going to get this email immediately. I mean, it's usually immediately. Let me show you guys what it walks them through, because I think a lot of you are like, do I need to do this? Do I need to do this? Everything that needs to be, like, all the to-do lists for your new leader are in here. So it's going to say, welcome, here's some things that you want to do. Download the Shackley Connect app and Shackley Share app. Download the app board using this link. So it tells them to download boards, and it tells them, make sure to sign up your keyboard. Visit the Shackley back office and set up direct deposit. While you're there, personalize your website. Check out the new leader trainings. And I really added this in here. I don't want them feeling like they can't do anything till they finish all the training. There's a ton of training. So you can do it, but also doesn't have to be done in the first week or whatever. Join our Facebook team pages. And then here's a video. If you guys did the call with Dana on how to use the apps, she's not doing individual calls anymore. It's a recorded video. So this is the video. So all of that stuff, and then it has a link to the Shackley website. All this stuff, don't worry about it. Like boards, and just if you add them to the email list, this will walk them through all that other stuff. Okay, the to-do items. Okay, so you don't have to like micromanage that or feel like, oh, I have to get them set up on this and this and this. That's it. Let them just get that email and it'll walk them through it. Now, after that, they're going to get a couple more emails from me. The next one will show them how to send an email if they have an email list. This is something I put here because it's not that big of a deal if they send an email or not, but if they want to, it'll walk them through, and it even has a sample email in here. Actually, Kristen, it's yours because I love your email when you first started. And then a day later, they'll get an email explaining Neology. So that will all auto send to your person the minute you add them to that email distribution list. Okay. Let me make sure I publish it again so it actually works.
Where do I find this again to add to the email list?
I'll walk you through it one more time. Hang tight.
Okay.
Yep. So if you remember here on this step, it says add to Team Empowered page. And then the steps here is tag them in the Team Empowered welcome post.
Yeah.
So let's actually just do it together right now so I can walk you guys through what that is. You're going to go to Team Empowered. Okay, and then it should be, yep, it's this post right over here. See it's always going to be at the top. Do you see that opt-in form right here?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so if you drop their email in there, you don't need to send them those emails or anything. You just need to put their first name and their email address, join now, done. That's the only step you guys have to do.
Okay.
Technically, they can do it themselves, but I wouldn't count on that. So just go ahead and add them. And if they try to add themselves again, it's fine. It's not going to do anything wrong. So
Okay.
not a big deal if they add themselves later, but I think it's better if we just add them ourselves.
Okay.
That's it. So when you sign on a leader, you're going to go over here and say, okay, let's put that back in presentation mode. Can you guys still see my screen? Okay. Add to Team Empowered, introduce them on the page with a picture and a post, introduce them on IG or Facebook stories or both, tag them in the Team Empowered welcome post and add them to the email list, and then send that group message with me. Now, the next slide, I'm going to walk you through what I'm going to do with them in that group message. You don't need to do it. I just want you to know what to expect. What I have found is if we can get people to take action right away, they are going to be much more invested into working this business. Now, it doesn't have to be successful action is the interesting part. Like, even if they don't sell anything right away, it's actually okay. Some people will sell fast and some people will not. But if they take real action and feel like they're actually working a business, they're going to do well. But if they flounder in the beginning and do training and never actually take action, it is so much harder to take action later. And there's a reason for that. Mary, you probably remember this back from our corporate days. Do you remember when I talked about D1 and D2? When you first start something, you are very excited, but you don't know what the heck you're doing. The second phase is you start to realize what you don't know and the excitement goes down. So if we tell someone to take action when the excitement goes down, it's too late. They are like, I don't want to take action. I just want to sit around and watch Netflix, right? If you have them take action when they're excited, it will feel more comfortable to take action continuously, even when they're not. So it's okay if they don't succeed right away. I mean, we want them to succeed right away, but they may or may not. But taking action right away when they're still excited is really important, because everyone is going to hit a slump. That happens, that's part of life, but we want them to take that action first. So my goal when you introduce me to them in that thread, I'm going to say, tell me your why. I want to hear what your why is. Okay. Then I want them to say, and I've been walking some of you guys through this. I told you guys I have a new way I'm doing it. So send me a list of 40 names. I will tell you, sometimes for a new person, it's like, you want me to send a list of 40? You'd be surprised how many of them actually do it and do it really well, right? Like how many new leaders, and the ones that aren't, the ones that you're worried about, or the ones that it's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to ask them to do this. Guys, they want to be successful. People want to be successful. They start getting discouraged when they join and they're not successful. So don't be scared or protecting someone from having to send a list of 40. If you're not actually talking to people in this business, you're never going to be successful and you're going to end up hating this business. So I say, send me a list of 40 names. Then I will say, in the next 48 hours, I want you to send some voice memos and invite them to take a meology quiz. I actually will ask them, what do you want to do? Do you want to do a meology quiz? Do you want to invite to an in-person party? But let's be real, right now, people aren't doing a whole lot of in-person parties. So most likely response is meology quiz. And I will walk, after they send the 40, I do have a next step, which none of you guys have done yet, but I will walk you through what that next step is. After they've done that, we will go on, we're going to go live with me or one of you. I can continue to do lives until you guys feel ready. So I told you, a few of you, right? I said, hey, next week, who wants to go live? Erica, you booked yours next Friday. We're going to go live on Instagram together, or we could do Facebook as well. We're going to go live together. And I'm going to send you a sample of what that looks like. We're going to talk about the business opportunity. Then you're going to take that live and you're going to save it to your Instagram feed. And we are going to send that to 10 people, 10 friends who you want to join your team, and say, hey, will you check this video out that I did with my upline talking about why I'm so excited about our team and this opportunity? Will you take a minute to watch it? So that's how we're going to start everyone on our team. We're going to use that list of 40 to keep going back to and following up and inviting. But that's how we're going to help someone take action right away. Any questions about the last two things that I shared? Like the new leader process when you bring someone onto your team. Does that feel like it's for you? Do you feel like I know exactly what to do when someone joins my team?
Yes. So you said all this is in boards.
It will be in a couple after this call.
Okay,
So this
gotcha.
will be in boards right here. I'm not actually going to put this in boards because I don't want them to know each step until I give it to them.
Oh, I
Sometimes
see.
it overwhelms
Okay.
them. Like, what do you mean I have to go live?
Yeah.
Let's just take it little bitty steps to do every
Okay.
couple days, like little
Okay.
steps. But this will be in boards. And I want you to feel empowered to grow your team without being stressed out about like, well, if I bring someone on my team, then what do I do with them? Right? So this will be on boards. I'll have a new folder that says getting your new leader started, or a new leader started, or something like that. Okay. Okay. Do you guys like it? Does that feel easy?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. That's what I want. I want it to feel easy for you so you're not reluctant to grow your team. Okay. No questions on that. Now, Mary, you brought up how to transfer the conversation to selling. And I didn't address that topic head on, and I can probably put something together. I really had to really think about that. But what I want to talk about, because of what you said, is really how do you sell for the challenge groups, right? Like, how do you build up, when you're talking to people, you're having a lot of combos. Let me ask you a question. Are these conversations about other things? Or are they already about Shackley or products?
It's really, you're talking about like when I'm trying to drive them towards a decision.
Okay, so I guess you're trying to drive them towards a decision, not necessarily drive them to talk about the business or the products.
It's not necessarily, well, it's been more like I've been leading with the challenge. And then if they're not interested in like all of it or maybe some of it, I'm just trying to drive them to like put it in their cart and push order.
Okay, so let's talk about it. So these are people that might have shown interest, but they're not pulling the trigger.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about building your challenge group up, and I will cover that in here. Okay. Number one, when there's a challenge group starting, the first thing you have to mentally do is have some skin in the game. So what does that mean? For me, I'll tell you what it was. When I first started my network marketing business and I ran a challenge group, literally that first month, I ran it with another coach on the team who was like a sister coach. Like we weren't upline or downline. It was like you guys all are, right? We ran it together and we were both brand spanking new at running groups. What was my skin in the game? Well, I better sign people up because then there's not going to be anyone in my challenge group. And then when I signed one person up, I'm like, I don't want that person to be the only person. That would feel kind of weird. So I had skin in the game, right? Because my challenge group's going to be a flop if I don't put people into it. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out and run your own challenge group, but mentally, you should have some skin in the game where you tell yourself, like, I'm not going to pass up a start date, so September 20th, without adding new people. Like, that's your skin in the game. September 20th is the group date. I refuse to join this group without having 3 new people or 5 new people join me. And you have to mentally put that requirement, right? So if you were working your corporate job or a job where you had a boss, right? And they said, this is the expectation. Or let's say you open up a clothing store, right? You open up a little fashion clothing store. And if you don't sell X number of shirts, you're going to get shut down because you're not going to be able to pay your rent. Do you think you're going to find a way to sell those shirts? You're going to probably sell those shirts, right? Like, you've invested into this business. You convinced your husband that you guys are going to put all this money into starting this business, and the family's going all in with you, and you need to pay your own bills. And so you've got to make this business work. You're going to sell those shirts.
Okay.
I think the biggest problem with network marketing sometimes is there's no punishment, right? Which is great. Like, I actually like that because I came from that world of like, you're going to get fired or written up. And I don't want to live like that, right? But at the same time, there's also not a lot of skin in the game because how much did you invest? If you open up a franchise, what are people investing? 10,000, 25,000, 30,000, right? Are you showing up every single day to work your franchise? Oh yeah, you are, right? Like, sick, not feeling well, family emergency, like, you are showing up because you have skin in the game. So the best thing you can do in this business is like mindset skin in the game. Remind yourself your why. Okay. Remind yourself what this can do for you and create skin in the game. Treat this as if you have invested. So if you invested in this business in June of this year and September 20th is a deadline, you need to have 5 new people join your challenge group. Commit to that, live by that. You watch the clock go down to September 20th. I'm going to have 5 people join. That is the first step. I will tell you, like, for me, summer being sick, I told Todd, I was like, hey, our kid is sick. This is on both of us. He's going to come home from work an hour early because I have not sent out invites for this group like I usually do. So you know what I'm doing for that hours? I'm sending those invites. Like, to me, I'm like feeling a little, oh my gosh, I got to get some people in this group. But it's a good fear. It's not like the one I had in corporate where I was going to get written up. It's a good, healthy, but I still do have skin in the game. So mentally put some skin into the game.
Okay.
Number 2, come up with a number. What does that mean for you? I don't care what it is because we don't have quotas here. And I like that. And I'm not going to give you a quota, but is it 3? Is it 5? Is it 6? Whatever that number is. First of all, don't hold back and tell yourself, I really wish I could have 10, but I'm going to do 2. Stop wishing, push yourself a little bit, but be realistic. What is that number of how many new people are going to join you in this group? Okay. And I promise every one of you, you could probably do double that. Okay. I remember in July when Erica was going for director, she had a really good start to the month. She really didn't have to keep pushing that weekend, but you pulled out what, like another 5 challenge packs in 2-3 days or something. Yeah. Why? Because all of a sudden something pushed her. Now, if you weren't going for that goal, would you have sold those?
No, I would have been like, okay, did what I said I was going to do, and I'm okay. But then you encouraged me to like set a higher goal. So I did, and I hit it.
Exactly. And so remember, you can do big, amazing things if you push yourself, right? And it feels good. Like that's the healthy kind of push. You know, she felt like a rock star. And I'm telling you, that's why she's starting off each month strong right now too. Now sit down and market your group, not the pick, you guys, not marketing the pick, market the group, this group, not all our groups, this group. We have a group starting on September 20th. I'm so excited about this group. This group is going to be so exciting. I've been waiting for this group. So create that FOMO about this group, okay? Because here's the thing, when you're marketing just the pick is always available, right? It's always available. Meology is always available. The Shackley 180 is always available, but this group starts September 20th. And if you want to be a part of this group, this is what you have to do. Make a list of people that you're going to invite. So those 40 people that you messaged about your meology, even if they didn't respond to you, maybe people that you've talked to, the first people on my list are the ones I've talked to in the past. The people that purchased previously and didn't end up keeping, whatever, make that list. If you've been here for a few months, that list could be 100 long. I don't know. And maybe you don't have to rewrite it if you've been keeping it in a book, right? But make that list and go back and don't ask them to buy a challenge pack. Ask them if they want to join you on September 20th. The problem is when you are marketing a package, that package is always going to be there, right? And so it doesn't create any type of urgency or FOMO. Hey, I'm putting together a group for September 20th. I'm so excited about this group. We're doing some awesome things in this group. Do you want to be a part of this group? Because I know when we chatted last time, it wasn't the right time for you. Is a September 20th group. Does that make sense for you? So you really focused on this date. Okay. Share who is joining on Instagram. So all you're doing on Instagram and stories and Facebook and all this stuff is you're focusing on September 20th group. Share who is joining. So you make a list. Let's say, Kristen, I'm going to put you on the spot here. What's your number? How many new people are you bringing the September 20th group?
5.
Okay, she's bringing 5 new people. So you are going to share on Instagram, you're opening up 5 spots.
Okay.
Okay, and every time someone joins, you write their name down. And no, you don't make it up. And no, you don't put anyone else's name on there. And you know why you do that? Because that's skin in the game. Because that's embarrassing to keep posting the same 5 and no one's joined. Right? So put some skin in the game. Put some skin in the game so that you feel obligated to get your 5. Now, what's going to happen if you don't get it? You don't lose your job. No one's punishing you. This is not that kind of business, but it is healthy to have some good skin in the game. Okay. So make your list of 5 it's a little post on Instagram or Facebook that says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When Kelly purchases a package, you write Kelly. When Jennifer says, I'm going to, and you send her the link and she hasn't signed up yet, you write down Jennifer and you put pending next to her name and you post that on there. You just put their first name. So we're not blasting anyone. Okay. I've got 5 spots. I've got 3 left. I've got 2 left. This is for the September 20th group. Deadline is coming. This is what you need to do. Okay. After someone orders, ask them if they have a friend who would want to join with them. Hey, do you have a friend who would love to do this? I've got 1 more spot left. Now, let's say, Kristen, you sell your 5 by Sunday and it's not the deadline yet to order. Hey guys, I decided to open up 2 more spots. Keep sharing the date and the deadline. September 20th group, September 20th group, September 20th group. Now, what I find when I really do a good job of this, when people tell me no, so many of them will say, can you make sure to get me on the next group? Instead of just this like open-ended, do you want to buy a challenge pack? Do you want to join? The problem when you focus on that is they can do that anytime. And what's going to happen when you give someone this open-ended is they're never going to find the right time. It really is never the right time. There's never a right time, first of all, right? Like I think back to the first time you did a group. Was it the perfect time for you? I mean, is there ever a perfect time in anyone's life who like is living in 2021? Everybody's busy, right? But I think of my first challenge group ever. We were moving to a new apartment. We had a 4-day trip for Todd's best friend from high school who was getting married. So you can imagine what that was like drinks and food, and we were out of town, and that was my first challenge group ever that I ever did, and I took it very seriously. There's a million other things I think that I had started a new job. Actually, it's just when I had left Paychecks Married. So it was like the worst time, but it was the best group I ever did, right? Like I joined for me with my whole heart, and it was like all about hitting my goals. So there's never a perfect time, but if you tell someone this is the date, they'll make it work. Or if it really doesn't work, they're just going to tell you, I want to join your October group. Perfect. You've got someone lined up for October. Okay. So how do you move the combo? It's not about really moving the combo. You need to reach out and say, hey, this is the group. The group is starting September 20th. When you do that, you are asking them for a yes or a no, right? Remember, we don't want maybes and we don't want flaky answers, because we don't know what to do. Like when you don't answer me, I just feel like weird. I feel like I'm bugging you and you're not giving me yes or no. I don't know what to do. I just want you to tell me yes or no. I'm fine with you saying no, because then I won't bug you anymore. And then it won't be weird. So go back to them, the ones that are maybes. Hey, I don't want to bug you, but I just want to follow up because our group starts on September 20th. And we've got to get orders out probably in the next, like 4 days, right? Do you want to be a part of this group? Guess what? If they say no, that's okay. They're doing you a favor so you can focus elsewhere. Bunch of maybes are a waste of your time and you're going to end up with nothing. Erica, do you have a question?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Go for it.
Okay. So I was doing my group September 27th. I mentioned that to you. Well, it's your group, but I'm starting it that day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because the week of September 20th, when you're starting, is my daughter's birthday, and we're going to be at in Houston that weekend.
Yes.
And so I was trying to do it after Houston. So what I'm thinking is maybe it would be a better idea to go ahead and start my people on the 20th. But what I've noticed is for us, especially like where I live, we don't get our orders for like 10 to 14 days.
Yeah, that definitely makes it tricky. I mean, I'll be honest with you, where I'm sitting at right now, I wish I had done the 27th.
Okay.
So I would not change my date if I were you.
Okay.
But my issue is I already have people that have ordered. And so I don't want to have to make them wait, if that makes sense.
Okay, so I'll keep the 27th. My other thing is a lot of people that I talk to who are ordering, they don't give me like, how at first I would say like, when do you want to start the cleanse? So I can like walk you through that process. A lot of like, I've had 2 or 3 people who have gotten their pick and they start the cleanse and never even told me they got their order. So then when I message them and say, hey, has your order come in? They're like, oh yeah, I'm on day 3 of the cleanse.
I mean, yeah, I have some of those too.
Uh-huh.
And that's totally fine if they want to do that. It obviously changes how much support they're getting. Mm-hmm. I think the only way is really right when they order, hey, please message me right when your package gets delivered. Yeah. But then if they don't, that's, it is what it is.
Okay. Part of me feels like I need to work on focusing on like being part of the group, because I feel like maybe I attract people who are like not independent and don't want to be part of the group. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, totally. I mean, and that's okay, but those people are less likely to ever become leaders. Just know that.
Uh-huh.
Because even though that might be you, for the most part, the people that engage in the group tend to want to, if we talked about joining as like a business leader, they have a higher chance of saying yes.
Okay. So I need to focus more on the group, not the pick.
Have you guys seen the Instagram group that one of the gals in our downline did? It's really cool. I actually think I might be trying that out this month. What I really like about it is people have to post on their stories to check in. And you know what happens when you do that, right? They get their friends that want to do it.
I have one more thing. I've had several people who join me who don't want anything to do with Facebook.
Yeah, see, that's another reason why I think Instagram is like a great opportunity, because a lot of people are moving away from Facebook lately. Mm-hmm. Now, I know, Mary, you're Facebook heavy, but I will tell you this right now, Facebook is still my number 1 source. So don't feel like you need to pull the plug on it or anything. I'm just, like Facebook still is where most of my business does come from. So I don't want you to think that. But Yeah.
I just got an Instagram to do stories and I had all these random people like starting to add me and then they're engaging with my stories on
Well,
Instagram.
okay.
And I didn't even do
I
anything.
mean-
All I did was share and I'm like, I didn't even want new friends. I was just trying to do stories.
It's a good problem to have.
I know it is. I'm like,
Yeah.
great.
So funny. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it is, if we run a group on Instagram, I think the September 20th group, I may do that. Cause you guys know, I also have 2 groups I'm running, right? I am doing the Shackley 180. And then I'm doing the traditional one. If you guys can honestly, feel like you want to promote one or promote the other, do whatever you want. I don't want to ever really tell you guys which way to do it. But the Shackley 180, the reason I wanted to do it is because I felt like there's a lot of moms that felt like I do that are just sick of cooking food all day long. Like I just want it easy. I'm totally real right now. I just want it easy.
I don't want to cook right now like how I used to. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's hot or because my kids are older and we're all doing different things. I don't find the joy in cooking like I did a few years ago.
I am finding the joy cooking dinner when I was doing that program because it was one meal, but I am cooking for my kids, but that's different. It's just having to like cut 100 veggies during the day. But I'm still doing 3 servings of veggies. I'm doing 2 at dinner and I'm stuffing spinach into my shake. So I feel good about the health aspect of it, but like the constant all day long, I don't know. It's a season of our life and I don't know the reason for it, but I will say I have had so many women message me that have said, I want to be a part of that did our other program first. Now, what I really love, I'm going to share this with you guys too. Did any of you look up the website that I tagged?
What was it? I might have missed.
It was a Shackley 181.
I have not.
Okay, that's okay. I'm going to show you guys. This is also what I really like about this program.
I was going to ask you, because I know you went live. Was any of that recorded or no?
It's all whenever you do a live, it just pops onto the page afterwards.
Okay. Where was it?
It's on Team Empowered.
Okay, on Team Empowered.
Yeah, and you can see like why I love this program and what it's kind of everything I told you, but I do break down a couple more things.
When is that group starting for the Shackley 180?
September 20th as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can even go back and say, hey, we also have this program that might be more up your alley. So, and breastfeeding moms can do it. There's additional calories that you would consume and they tell you exactly what to eat. That's what I love about this program. It's so easy for people to follow. You just cannot take the metabolic boost that comes with it. Okay. But this is a straight up like weight loss program, you guys, which is super cool for people that need that. But if you're not looking to lose weight, you can follow a different calorie count. So this is the link for it, but look how cool this is because you can direct your clients here. It actually talks about it shows you the program resources, which is just mapped out so well. And that's what I really love about it. Like, I think even coaching people on this will be so awesome. So here's the meal plan. And clients have access to all this. This is not just for us. And I just feel like it's so clean, so easy to share. And it's very sticky. You know what that means? It means after people are done, they really want to continue ordering shakes and meal bars and snacks because it fits their life so well. Like after we did the program, there were so many days we still wanted to eat our meal bars for a meal, when things were busy. So this is how to make the perfect life shake. It gives you, see if you're like, depending on your current weight, you're going to fall into different brackets, right? So life shaker meal bar, energizing tea, life shaker meal bar, snack bar. Then it tells you like an idea for dinner. And then you can add, but like, for example, if someone needed, like Todd fell into this category right here, 1800 calories, he got to have a little more extra stuff than me, right? You don't have to have chicken every day. There is a recipe book that they're going to get with other options, but I'm trying to see. Oh yeah. And then see if you're a certain calorie, you also get an afternoon snack too. I'll show you guys this too. Sums with meal plans. I just love how easy it is for people to follow. For me, like that was honestly what I thought was really cool about it. So the add-ons, it tells you different meal plan options. Wait, is that the same thing? It is what I just showed you guys. Sorry. There was another one I wanted to share. frequently asked questions, free foods, pantry makeover, the program guide. You guys can look through all of this, but.
Does meology come with this program too?
No, I did hear a rumor they're going to be redoing the program with that option, which I would prefer because I obviously, meology will always be something that I try to sell, but here's my opinion on it. I think as a weight loss program, this is a better program. And I think afterwards transitioning to the pick. Now keep in mind from a income standpoint, you don't get the bonus if you sell this one. You get your star, but you won't get the extra.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think if someone wants to lose weight, this is a great program to start with, and then moving them to the pick afterwards. And that's what I'm going to cover in this class. I mean, in this challenge is now that you're done, you're not going to replace 2 meals a day for the rest of your life. Like this is the program I recommend is the pick. Add in your vitamins every single day. And then have your life shake. And then keep the bars and snacks on hand for when you need it, but not every single day. I think that transition is absolutely beautiful. And now, if someone's already on meology, they need to stay on it. Like I didn't stop taking my meology. I continued every single day.
Do they start this one with a cleanse?
No.
Okay.
No. Mm-mm. I mean, it could, but we're not doing it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually walks you through like your dinner. What does that look like? And so our clients will get access to all of this. Any questions? This is an old Shaklee program. And honestly, like, I think the pick is what really Shaklee like focused on, but I really like this because I think it's easy. What are your thoughts? Like, I think it's easy for our clients to follow and use.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like something I would want to do. Like,
I'm going to do it again with the group. It was the easiest 2 weeks of my whole life. And we actually traveled, and it was amazing because usually when we travel and visit my in-laws, everybody eats breakfast and then nobody does lunch. They just like snack all day. And then by the time dinner comes, they cook a pretty healthy dinner, but a really good dinner. I'm usually like, well, all I've done is snack. I'm not even hungry. I guess I'll have a couple bites and I just feel blah. This time when we went there, I woke up in the morning. I like to do the meal bar with my coffee. Like it's just, I enjoy that better. And then lunch came around and I made my shake. And then when they had dinner, it was like, all right, I'm having a nice, delicious dinner. It felt amazing. Like I felt so good and stress-free. It was just so easy.
I just think about my mother-in-law. I mentioned it to her yesterday because she just doesn't eat a lot of vegetables, just being real.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really want to, like maybe a little bit, but I think
she can hide the spinach in her shake.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is a better fit for her than the Prove It challenge. Yeah.
If people are busy or don't love to cook or have time to prep, like I'm going to tell you, it really was like the 2 easiest weeks of my life.
Yeah.
I think
even
like
for Todd.
For my mom, she watches my 4-year-old niece. So she like makes things for her, but I know, and she wants to lose weight. My mom wants to lose weight and, but she doesn't eat enough. And I keep telling her, you need to eat more, but she's like, I don't want to cook just for me. So this would be perfect for her because
she might even end up picking off the toddler plate, which is what I've done when I'm busy. It's like, oh, I didn't cook anything for myself. I'll just eat a couple leftover bites of this and whatever. Mm-hmm. And you never feel satisfied, but you're actually not even, it's not like you don't even know what you're eating. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And what I've done afterwards is I'm going back to just like normal eating, just life shake in the morning and then having a normal lunch, normal dinner. But if I do have a day where things are just stressful or I have a lot going on or I'm like, out the door early, I'm like, I'm just going to follow that plan for one day. And I feel like it's also just helped me maintain my results that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you're not under eating because they are meal replacements. Like the bar is not low calorie, trust me, like it will fill you up. It's got healthy fats, it's got carbs, it's not low calorie. So you are getting a good amount of food, but the right kind.
So are you doing a different like Facebook group for that?
Private
Facebook I am. Group? Okay.
I am. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I am doing a different one.
Okay. Right.
And it's only 2 weeks. So it's like 2 weeks of your whole life. It's like easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I like. And I'm telling you, it's sticky because I have a neighbor over here who just kind of did it like beforehand on her own.
Yeah.
And she just keeps ordering bars and meal bars. She's like, I'm not doing the program, but I just like having them on hand. And
That's
she's got 4
great.
kids. And, you know, I
That's
can imagine for her, she was probably eating, you know, leftover kid food.
Yeah.
awesome. Yes.
So yeah, I would say go back to everyone that has been wishy-washy and share this. I do have already 3 clients that purchase. Now I don't get stars, but so what? Like, you're getting repeat orders, you're getting a client that's happy and coming back, you're building up volume. I have 3 girls that quit on one of them was still doing meology, but kind of like wishy-washy about things and then didn't do groups anymore. And then 2 other girls that stopped ordering altogether that reordered to do this one. So
Very cool.
yeah. Yeah, but I'll have a separate, this one will for sure be on Facebook. They're also going to get a sheet pan recipe book that Christy made. It's beautiful. It's got tons of sheet pan dinners, which are like really easy. So, you know, for me personally, I'm not running my oven when it's 106 outside, but I can't wait to use that one when it's fall because I love sheet pan dinners. But they'll get that, but then they'll also get other recipes that are perfect for dinner. Dinner is just easy. Like, I mean, between me and you, even the days, and everyone who's watching the recording, even the days where like our dinner wasn't perfectly clean, I still saw results because you're so on it during the day.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love it. I could not preach about this enough, how much I love it. And it was important to me that I tested it first. That's why Todd and I did it. Like, we went all in 2 weeks because I'm like, I can't sell this until I know if I like it or not. And I love it. All right, any questions? Okay, what is your number? Kristen said 5. My commitment is 5 new by Tuesday. So that will give them time to order for this group. 5 new by 14th. Mary, what's your number?
I'll do 5.
Okay, say it again with a little more conviction.
I'll do 5.
Erica, what's your number?
I have one new one who already signed up and one who's supposed to be signing up today. So I'm going to make my number 6.
I love it.
Or what?
Awesome. All right, we can do this.
Yes.
Skin in the game. We're committed. We can do it. And remember, there are people who want this, but if we've been wishy-washy about the date, why would they give you an answer?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So go back, have the conversations, and if you need any help at all, let me know. And Mary's gonna take a photo.
Can I take a picture?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll share it.
Yeah, I always
Okay.
forget. So
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, thanks.
all right, ladies, have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. I love seeing your faces. And I will see you on Sunday,
Bye.
Erica.
Have a good weekend.
Bye, guys. Bye, ladies.
Okay, bye.